Oh, you are.
There you go. That's the
So
one.
that's the little teaser.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's yeah. As Snoop was saying, it's called the Packager. Packages things.
Packages things. Yeah.
The liquids.
And there is literally no Mark II. Like.
Yeah, there really is no Mark II.
It's called Mark I, and I think that was for effect on the buildable. I don't think the artists. I don't know the reason why it's called Mark I, but there's.
I mean, someone's getting fired. It doesn't matter who.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's gonna be me, and why not? So yeah, that was the Packager, and we're actually gonna talk a lot about it. Usually, we haven't really done this before, where when we tease something, we like reveal what it actually is. But we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out and see it is. So Mark has sent me a shit ton of information about it. So we're gonna put some of the speculation to rest, so to speak. So yeah, it is a Packager. It replaces the functionality from the refinery. That is the packaging part. And the way this is going to work is that the functionality of packaging in refineries is not going to be removed immediately. It's still going to be available in your save files, but you will not be able to do it on newly built refineries. So if you have set up like the packaging thing on your current build and with your refineries, that will still work and that will all function and everything. But as soon as you start building a new one, you won't be able to do packaging stuff essentially. And it is a smaller building. I don't know how easy it is to tell from the video, but it is a much smaller building. It can fit on one foundation block. And it's like roughly 3 walls high, I think. It's less than 3 walls high. But it perfectly fits on one single foundation. So it's much smaller and it consumes less power. It consumes 10 megawatts of power instead of the 30 megawatts that a regular refinery consumes. And one thing that Mark also pointed out that I'm gonna point out as well. So the reason why the Packager wasn't in the regular update 3 is because we just didn't have time to finish it. So we kind of took that functionality and baked it into the refinery. And now that we have a little bit more time, we want to separate it. Also because of community, by like popular demand from community, that it is a bit of cumbersome to use refineries for packaging because it's an expensive building and it needs more power and it's big. Mostly that it's big, I think, is annoying. So we're going to separate those two and make it into a Packager. The key thing here as well is that this is only for packaging and unpackaging. So the thing where like with the diluted packaging fuel thing, that will not be available in the Packager because in that sense, you're actually mixing fluids and that doesn't make sense to have in the Packager. So that's not something that's going to be available in the Packager. And I know that's a feature that would add it to like one of the mods that's doing packaging, but that's something that we didn't like because it makes some of the recipes like it makes specific setups very overpowered. So we didn't feel comfortable adding that to the Packager. So that functionality is still part of the refinery system. And yeah, that's pretty much most of the info about that. The input and outputs are also stacked. That's not something that we've done a lot. I think that's the first building we've done that with, at least production building. Yeah. And that's something we're going to try out. We feel like it's we think it's going to be a good solution, but we'll have to see after some feedback from people. But yeah, that's the Packager essentially.
Cool.
And there's no Mark II.
Yeah, and there is no Mark II. And a lot of people keep asking about the maintenance because there's that animation where it sort of just like explodes and goes everywhere. No, there's no maintenance. Yeah, that's just
that's animation.
We have like Easter egg animations in a lot of our buildings. We've had that for a while, so it's just one of those.
And we were thinking of like, should we include that in the teaser or not? Because it is an Easter egg. Like most of the buildings have some sort of animation Easter egg.
Yeah.
If you remember, like our old nuclear power plant, we used to have like this thing where like an arm would like pick up the fuel rods and stuff, and it would like drop it.
That was pretty good. Yeah, there was a YouTube channel that I saw that was deconstructing the trailer. And they said the same thing. They were like, yeah, it could be maintenance. It could happen if it overflows, or it's just another custom animation. And we have a lot of those weird things. And of course, as Bastion says here, the unfortunate issue that we've run into is, no maintenance, as in no pipes. So if we confirm something, it's confirmed. If we confirm it's not something, then it's confirmed that it is. So, yeah, sure, maintenance coming soon. What else?
we're referring to it as the coffee stain fallacy, because like no matter what we say, everything's confirmed.
Coffee stain first even, yeah, exactly.